one fear which I have heard is that technology now is, and digital technologies mainly have an analytical power. Now we go into a predictive power, and we have seen the first examples, and your company very much involved into it. But then the next step could be to go into a prescriptive mode, which means you do not even have to have elections anymore, because you can already predict, and afterwards you can say, why do we need elections? Because we know what the result will be. Can you imagine such a world?
Well, you might then further ask, well, why do we need to have elected leaders at all? Because you might as well have all the decisions made. I think that's, once again, I mean, you're venturing into, I think, profound questions. You can ask also, what will we actually want? I mean, we have a set of values and desires today that are probably pretty different than, before the Industrial Revolution, and different still than before the Agrarian Revolution. And we might continue to evolve. And many of us today participate, obviously, all of us probably, in the global economy, developing and so forth. Some of us choose to be, Buddhist monks, and we just seek enlightenment through our spirituality. So, I mean, I think people have different ways of evolving and finding meaning in different situations. And it could be that the way we look at it 100 years from now is so different than we look at it today that it's almost unrecognizable for us, the thinking, the rationale, and the desires. We wouldn't even be able to translate.
But those new technology paradigms need also, I would say, a new governance paradigm. If I think of the old-fashioned, let's say, governments see a technological development or regulatory agencies, so there's a parliamentary commission, finally regulations come out after 5 years. This is absolutely not suited anymore to our new technologies. So we need much more agile interaction between business, regulators, civil society, and so on.
Yeah, I mean, and once again, I've been really blown away this year. As you know, I haven't been to the forum for about 8 years. I think the level of enlightenment and conversation between politicians and business leaders and social entrepreneurs is incredible to me. And that's the kind of interaction I think that'll breed success. And I think also, don't forget, outside of here, oftentimes it's a very antagonistic relationship between government and business and so forth. And I think that also is very unhealthy. So I think not only, should we try to tackle things more quickly, but also in a real collaborative way.
Sergey, it's a great opportunity to unfortunate opportunity, because I would like to have much more time to conclude this session. And what you just said is, particularly with, let's say, some Silicon Valley companies like yours, people see those companies having tremendous power. And I was recently together with a prime minister of quite an important country who told me there are 3 or 4 powers left in the world. One is US, one is China, and one is Alphabet. So you have this, let's say, image of a very powerful organization. And I think this session was very important, because it showed us that behind those organizations are people who are not detached from the world, people who ask themselves still questions. They do not now necessarily make everything possible to reign over the world. No, those are people who have questions, who have doubts, who, in your case, I may say so, who are modest. So I think this session was very important, and I thank you for sharing with us not only your ideas, but your personality. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great session.